So we're going to talk about the 3 success killers, the obstacles between you and success. And let me just, I'll bring each one of them up so that you can see what they are, and then we'll cover them a little bit more in depth. The first one is confusion, overwhelm, and clutter. Who to trust, who to listen to. Now look, this, without a shadow of a doubt, is probably everybody's biggest problem right now. We don't know what the hell to listen to. I mean, everything, we're utterly confused. It's complex. Every day, if you're on, 3 people's lists right now, every day you're getting bombarded with 3 different launches and 3 different opinions and all of this thing. Multiply that by 10 different lists. And all of a sudden you've got like, this is the greatest thing, this is the greatest thing, this is the greatest thing, no, this is the greatest thing, no, this is the greatest thing. And all it's doing is making you go, ah! How do I deal with this? How do I listen? Ugh! I want to kill somebody because I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm utterly confused. So the biggest obstacle right now, and I should point out that each of these 3 obstacles are sequential in order. In other words, there's a hierarchy. Once you conquer the first one, the next one will show its head, and then the next one. And you've got to conquer all 3 to get to your ultimate success. Here, you'll see what I mean in a second. So the second one is what I call overcoming inertia. In other words, your first steps. And this very simply is that a body at rest tends to stay at rest. Okay? So once you conquer the confusion side of the equation, well then you've got to get into action. You've got to take that first step. And that first step for a lot of people can be very scary. Because again, you're not sure what's right for you. You're not sure, who to listen to, and all the confusion, all the clutter, all the noise, all the BS that's going on out there has got you completely and utterly pissed off, upset. You don't know, this sounds good. Oh, and this gets me really excited. And everybody's promoting this thing, so I need to get in on this product launch. And all it does is lead you into a confused mind, does nothing. So it stops you from taking that first step. But once you get over that initial inertia of a body at rest tends to stay at rest, then you take that first step, and the next thing the obstacle that you've got to come over, the next success killer, is what I call friction to momentum. In other words, you're missing a distraction-free focus time for implementation. So let's think about these things logically. Okay, so the first thing is you got to get clarity. Okay, once you get clarity, and you overcome the confusion, success killer, then you need to get that first step. You need to take that first action and get into motion, get something accomplished. Once you get that accomplished, then this is the big one. It's what really gets people from, because some people will get a little bit of success, they get a little bit of momentum, they get a little bit of, they get into motion. So they take that first step and they overcome inertia, which is hard enough on its own. But then they end up, kind of circling and chasing their tail. They're running around themselves, chasing their tail. And that's because they haven't overcome the third and final success killer, which is momentum. You've got to have a distraction-free environment. And I'm going to recommend to you, and we'll cover this more in depth as we go, a minimum of 15 weeks of distraction-free so that you give yourself a chance. You give your game plan a chance to actually work for you for a change and to see some results for you so that you don't get distracted from it. And I'm going to give you a game plan that's going to allow you to filter all of that stuff so that you know that if something, one of these launches is going to bring you closer and help you in your mission over these 15 weeks or further away from your mission. And if it moves you further away from it, then you decide whether you're going to put it away for, after the 15 weeks, I'll look at that, or you know what, I don't even want it at all because this is not something that's right for me at all. It may be something perfectly good, but it's not right for me personally. Okay?